Welcome back to the fourth quarter, and boy, we got a run. We're going to score a touchdown.
Speaking of quarters,
the quarters
Casino and Travel Plaza, right there at I-49 North Exit 23. Man, we're on a roll today.
We're on a roll.
You can go down there. They've got a nice Mexican restaurant, the El Pico de Gallo, that's open Monday through Sundays from 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. with 2-for-1 margaritas with your meal. That's great. They got the great Chevron station right next door with the nice lit well, covered canopies, good concrete to keep your shoes clean, everything from your diesel if you're a big 18-wheeler guy, way on the far end. If you're in a car, nice and clean on that end with the gasoline. You can get everything. Good convenience store, easy to get on, easy to get off right off I-49. That's the Quarters Casino.
Received email from our good friends Margie Mistrick over at Century 21. And of course, she's offering her deepest condolences, she and her daughter Nancy, for the death of Vicky's father, Mr. Bordelon from Bordelonville. And at the same time, she mentions that her youngest of 6 children in her family, he was only 57 years old, he died a couple of days ago, battled with cancer. And I did see it. I looked it up in the Morning Advocate, and he loved his Harley Davidson, she says, just like you, Bobby. So Margie, our deepest sympathies, and thank you for thinking of Vicky and I during this time of, you know, kind of hard times. Vicky was real close to her daddy, and I know my 2 little girls are real close to their daddy. I don't have any boys, so I can't measure it, but I know my 2 little girls are very close to me. One more death, and I think that's going to be it. We had a lot today.
Week, yeah.
Mr. Carlos Smith Jr., age 64, of Cottonport. He was a very close friend of Vicky's, and they got close because he was a very knowledgeable person with plants and flowers. In fact, he taught courses in horticulture, and he took the job of county agent back in 1982 for Voss Parish, and he started teaching in 1977. He was also on television programs, radio programs. He gave live presentations on various horticulture projects, and what is it, the Burden land that was donated over in Baton Rouge, where they have they've kept it natural.
Green space?
Yeah. Well, it was an uncle to Mr. W.G. McNeil. Mr.
Really?
W.G. from Melville.
Right.
That was his uncle that,
really?
and his family that donated that land. They donated where the cancer center is on the other side of the
Pennington Biomedical Research Center.
No, not Pennington. It's just a cancer center.
Oh, the cancer center off of Essen. That's Bird, something Bird.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's it.
They owned,
near Our Lady of the Lake.
That family owned all quarters, all 4 of those quarters, and they donated two of the quarters. They gave basically to
the city and LSU
and all. And in fact, it's LSU that's in charge of this open land I'm talking about.
Rural Life Center's right there.
That's it, Rural Life Center.
Got it.
And it was Mr. God, he never married this fella. He donated his whole life and savings to LSU, and Bud Pike is his first name. But anyhow, enough on that. But for those of you all in Voss Parish watching it on your computer, watching it, listening to it on radio, 105.3 and now they call it KSLO actually.
Sure.
Even that particular station, a man that donated his whole life to teaching others about the country life.
How about 3 things coming up? This Saturday, I'm going to hit 3 fast. Saturday, congratulations, this coming Saturday, Dwayne Jobert will be ordained as a deacon at the cathedral here in Lafayette by Bishop Jarrell, who originally came out of St. Leonard Catholic Church, where Dwayne is going to be a deacon at. And Deacon Jobert will be saying the homily at all 4 masses this weekend. So if you go by St. Leonard, congratulate Dwayne. Sunday would be Jean Labe's birthday.
Well, on August the 8th, just a few days ago, was the date of his death. August 8, 08. I always remember that. And of course, now I'll be able to remember Mr. Jacob Baudelaire, Vicky's daddy, death. He died on August the 8th. Right. 12, but August the 8th. So you remember Gene's birthday? I remember Gene. Well, I remember his death. 8/8/08. It's real easy.
The reason I remember Gene,
I think about that guy more often. I'll tell you. You know, he was closer to me than I realized in real life.
You saw him almost every day?
Almost every day.
As much as he could see, you could see.
And I was coaching him all the time. I said, be careful, Gene. Don't get in trouble. If you're going to have a few beers, bring them home or get somebody to drive you. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, don't worry, parent. Don't worry, parent. If he didn't say parent 100 times a day, it means that day he didn't wake up, because he loved me and I love him. In fact, I've got that beautiful, that's the only one I have at my house, honoring somebody.
A mural of all the pictures.
All the pictures of him in good health and even in the hospital.
Right.
Didn't get one in the coffin, but it was. He got close to me. Little. I always called him Little Gene. And the reason they call him Pete. Around where he lived over there.
The reason I remember is because it's always the day before your anniversary.
Of August the
20th is the...
August 20th, that's
So how many years has that been now?
What was the first? 53, huh? 59.
59? 53?
53 years.
That's not too bad.
Long time, and it's still going.
Still going.
Still going strong.
Congratulations. Happy anniversary.
Yeah, happy anniversary to the new owners and to myself, I guess.
And the originator.
And the originator. It's been a real fun. I thank God all the time. If something would happen today, I don't think anybody would say, well, he wanted to do a lot of things and never did any
Never
of
could
them.
get to everything.
I never probably got to everything I'd like to do, but he's given me the health and the ability and the friends to make a lot of things happen. And I guess our biggest achievement you and I have every year, of course, is upcoming real close, the first Wednesday of December, we host the Santa breakfast. And I say we because he plays a big part in it. I get all the credit and he does most of the work. And but that's okay. That's the team. That's how teams work.
That's right. Everybody got to do their role.
Right now, we work. We're always working on new people. If you'd like to donate and you say, well, I didn't get an invitation, call us up. Send us your address.
We'll add you to the mail list. P.O. Box 70, Opelousas, Louisiana.
70571, and you can be a member of the team.
That's right.
And we always needing more.
How about this coming up? We got the Zydeco Festival is coming up, and I'm going to show this poster, and Mark's going to get you all a nice close-up of it. A really nice poster for the current Zydeco Festival coming up. Miss Lena Charles gave me that to show y'all, that Chad Smith drew. The picture's wonderful. It shows the legends of Zydeco over this man teaching a young boy how to play the accordion. And it's got Clifton Chenier, it's got Boozoo, it's got Amédée Ardoin, it's got all the legends in Zydeco. But this year, it's going to be September the 1st is when the Zydeco Festival is going to happen over at the Zydeco Park in Plaisance. All day Saturday is going to be Zydeco music. All day Sunday is going to be Louisiana's best country music. So you better enjoy a country sound out of our own area. And the Zydeco breakfast is early in the morning, Saturday, September the 1st, from 8 a.m. till 10:30 a.m. on the Opelousas Courthouse Square, St. Leonard Parish Courthouse Square. Go by. You'll love it. It's going to be great. The breakfast is free.
I need to try to go this year.
Oh, it's nice.
I went several years back. I was close to a group of the members that, that started it up. And I really need to go and see how close to being the same type of program as we had back in the early stages of the...
And I mean, it's big names. It's Lil Nate, Rockin' Doopsie Jr., J. Paul Jr., Leon Chavis, Step Rito. That's the first night, and more. Corey Ledette. The next day is going to be Chubby Carrier, Chris Email, Dustin Saunier, Charlie Rivers. I mean, good music. Go by. Should be nice. And don't forget that Saturday night, August 31st, Slim's Waikiki will have a party too. You know that.
Something that they keep talking about, a new book has been released for the 100th anniversary of the disappearance of a young child. I think he was like 3 or 4 years old.
That's correct.
Bobby Dunbar.
Correct.
And a person that is one of the, I guess it would kind of be a distant relative, but a relative, a direct relative of Bobby Dunbar, wrote a book. And I would imagine it would be an interesting story.
And it was national news. If you ever pull up some of the stuff, I mean, the whole nation covered it. It was one of the biggest scandals of all, that a child would have gotten kidnapped, and then it was the man who they thought was the kidnapper was this traveling guy all over the country. It was questions, how could this happen? And it's fascinating. It's interesting to read, and if you get on the internet, there's a lot to read about it. In the end, I believe after he passed away, they ran a DNA test. And there's questions as to whether or not he was the original little boy. He became Bobby Dunbar. I mean, he lived Bobby Dunbar's life. But all kind of questions still that never were fully answered. Interesting story.
And another person that the answers will never be fully answered, the questions will never be fully answered, is Elvis Presley.
Right.
Full-page article on the life. And this is not an imposter. This is young guys that actually backed him up on 3 sets of songs that he recorded.
The Memphis Boys.
The Memphis Boys, 1969. Actually, it was 2 albums. I'm sorry, I thought it was 3. But very interesting, and of course, the estate is making more money today than he made during his heyday when he was the most popular person in music at that particular time.
He can't spend it as fast. That's how it works. How about this? Let's show some photos. We got this picture from Evangeline Downs.
Yes, sir, and that was race night. And that was Miss Sue on the right, Miss Sue Castile. I don't know, Armand was representing the family at another event. You know how those things
That's right.
go.
Sometimes you can't
and
make
she
them
had
all.
That's a beautiful daughter on the left and son-in-law living, if I remember right, it all happened real quick, maybe Lake Charles.
There you go.
And I think they're the Bertrands, if my memory serves me right.
We got a sunset.
But Miss Sue, and of course, we just wished her mother.
Oh, yeah, her birthday.
A birthday, happy birthday.
Again.
Just recently, so good morning to you again.
I like this one, boy, out in the country over the soybean field.
Yep, the soybeans are just tremendous, and the price is over $16 a bushel.
Unreal.
This is in Hamburg, where I'm taking this picture right here. It's a little community in a Voss parish called Hamburg. Actually, Hamburg extends all the way to LA1 between Simport and Moraville. And these trailers right here are actually the accommodations, the sleeping, the eating, and the lounging. It's a little, they make a little community. The actual drilling of the well seems to be quite a bit further back. Probably separate them so that there's not too much noise to where they can rest on that time.
Because that rig runs all the time.
That rig runs all the time. And of course, they have, I think, 2 of these deep wells being drilled in Voss Parish as we talk.
And our little honey badger got kicked off the team for undisclosed rules, which
they came out and said drugs, third offense.
And he's talking now, maybe he'll stay at LSU, won't play football, maybe try to get his degree, which that's wonderful.
Then just before we went on the air, I think this came out on one of the news medias, Les Miles doesn't close door of return of Tyron. So that would be good news to a whole bunch of us, if you know what I mean.
We're down to the end.
We're down to the end, and each week we ask you to please consider attending the church of your choice, and we'll try to leave you with a little prayer, a little thought. Lord, let me be good always, that I may become worthy of your good pleasure. Thanks for viewing. Thanks for listening. Thank you, Andrew, for assisting.
Thank you.
We enjoyed doing the program.
You're watching KDCG TV, uniquely Acadiana.